CTV senior correspondent Heather Wright takes a closer look at the situation and what the priorities are. Heather.
Well, Sandy, Canada would join Mexico in sending aid to Cuba, which is in need of supplies like medicine, food, and water.
Cuba is running on fumes, with some predicting the island nation could run out of oil in as little as 30 days.
We go through sometimes 21 hours without electricity.
Bisma Khan is a Canadian who runs a nonprofit that brings medical supplies to Cuba. She says fuel is scarce and food prices have gone up since the oil blockade began in January.
There's definitely challenges with transport. The medical system, like the hospitals, the clinics, the old age homes, they need a lot of supplies.
Canada plans to send supplies to Cuba, though it's not clear what that aid might look like. Global Affairs Minister Anita Anand said today an announcement will be made in the coming days.
Cuba has been, close to the brink of collapse for many, many years.
Mark Manger is a global affairs professor at the University of Toronto and says the humanitarian situation was dire long before the U.S. oil blockade.
The horrible situation is fully to blame on the Cuban regime, but that doesn't mean that sanctions are an effective policy to topple it.
In sending aid to Cuba, Canada faces a balancing act in helping the Cuban people without further inflaming tensions with the United States.
This is a Canadian government that came to power on the basis of distancing itself from an administration of the United States that is very coercive. And this is a clear test case for the Canadian government to demonstrate how far it's willing to go.
U.S. President Donald Trump has said he would impose tariffs on any country that sends oil to Cuba. And while a White House official speaking on background would not say whether Canada would face reprisals for sending oil, they did confirm the embargo remains in place with the goal of, quote, holding the Cuban regime accountable. Sandy.
All right, Heather, thank you.